Hey guys, it's Othania here from Create Your Future, and today I have a special guest.
Hi
Hey,
guys, and Jerry.
oh, hey Jerry.
Yep.
So, so today we're gonna talk about and discuss how to create changes in your person or your specific person, whoever that may be. Before we get into that, know that Create Your Future does have a free course. If you're interested in that, there's a link for that in the description box below. Also, one-on-one coaching with me. You can find the link for that also in the description box below. So, how to create small changes in your
Oh,
specific
but
person.
isn't your coaching on sale right now?
It is
Oh,
half off.
50% off. I know. Yes. I was like, Jerry's like, tell them about the sale. He was like, tell them about the sale. So yeah, 50% off, guys. It's not going to be lasting too long. So definitely check it out. Definitely check it out.
Limited time, guys. So actually, this is a subscriber's question, and I'm going to read you guys what they wrote. They said, "My SP is getting distant from me nowadays. I'm trying to recreate him and manifest him back, but I only see small movements from him, and then he goes far. It's getting I guess they're trying to say it's becoming like it's getting long time, and I'm getting frustrated. Why does it seem hard to change his version?" And the first thing that I can say to that to start things off is your person is always reflecting you and your assumptions in each moment. So my SP is getting distant from me nowadays. So there's already a pre-belief, a pre-assumption, like already assumption set in the subconscious that their SP is getting distant. So right away, that's something that they have to change. That's the first thing. You have to start believing and start affirming, no, instead of my SP is getting distant, like I know I'm saying this story, but from now on in this moment, they're always communicating with me. They're always reaching out with me. They love talking to me. They always want to be next to me. Make sure you just keep those affirmations up from now on as much as you can. And I'm trying to recreate him and manifest him back. Um, you don't want to kind of think of it much so as too much of a trying process because they're literally just reflecting your assumptions and beliefs in every moment. So if you feel like you're trying, then what's going to reflect back is not going to be a smooth result because what you're doing is trying. You're trying to do too much when you all you have to do is just simply switch your assumptions in your mind and stay with those assumptions, the better ones.
You know what? It's funny. The word trying, when I use it in my life, and guys, you're guilty of this, that's fine. You can admit it, it's okay. As me, when I say I'm trying, that means I'm actively not making changes and I'm suffering in it, but I'm thinking I want to change it. Like, because trying's not doing, I mean, if you came from a confident place of, you know what, I am a powerful creator, my thoughts create, I'm changing this, like it's done. That's where you want to be. Me, when I'm in trying mode, and maybe some of you guys aren't like this, but when I think about the word trying in myself, that's me, someone saying, Amanda, you know what? You were supposed to manifest this. I know, I'm trying. But meanwhile, I haven't thought about it in 4 days.
Right.
Haven't done an intention or an affirmation about it. Haven't even thought about it. It didn't even cross my mind. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Yeah, I've been trying to do it.
That,
So yeah, I think it's like I'll try to do it, and I am doing it. The commitment is huge, especially for yourself, right?
because when you are with your person, there's not going to be much trying of too much. It's just going to be
No,
more so.
exactly. And I think I love it how you pointed out there was definitely parts in that question just right there that need to change. To change the story altogether. We're coming from it's not happening. But the other thing, right, when you are trying to change somebody is you want to take a look at your assumptions of them. Your assumptions of them are so incredibly important that you take a look and go, okay, how are they showing up and how do I want them to show up instead? Right. And write that list of the new way that you want them to show up and read it and read it, you know. And, I think that's so incredibly important to, persist in that new version of them. So, for instance, okay, let's say that your new version makes you a priority and you call them and they don't answer the phone. Okay, don't make that mean that they're not treating you as a priority, because you have to be thinking from being a priority in your head. They didn't answer the phone, so that's fine. You say they're going to call me right back because they always make me a priority, right?
And you stay there, because that is the end where you want to be mentally. You always want to be mentally with the thoughts that you will have in the end that you want. A lot of you guys will have the thoughts of the end of where you don't want to be, and that's, my person doesn't want me, my person's always distant from me. And you got to remember, all of that those are affirmations. And if you're not being aware enough to be like, no, I can't think like that, I have to think this instead, then you are going to see the hot and cold and the pulling back and all of those type of things, because your mind isn't fixated on the end where you actually want to be. It's fixated on the end where you don't have your person.
Exactly. We want to live from the end. So, if you were in a relationship and he did make you a priority, or she, and they didn't answer the phone, what would your thoughts be? They're busy. They're just going to call me back in a minute, right? And everything in line. It's funny, if you don't want someone to disrespect you, don't make their behavior mean they're disrespecting you. Like, it really comes down to the meaning that we give people's behavior. And the funny thing is they're just acting out of our thoughts anyway. So, it's like, it's so funny. Okay, Jerry's gonna be late picking me up. Okay, Jerry's late picking me up. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, Jerry was late. He's got no respect for my time. Can you, like, now I've just given the one thought I had that he was gonna be late, which was empty and meaningless, had no meaning. And all of a sudden I'm giving it, this meaning that he doesn't respect me. So if I'm going to change Jerry now to be on time and prompt, I'm going to have to say, okay, no, Jerry wasn't late because he doesn't respect me. It was just because, you know what, he got caught up in traffic. He's going to leave earlier in the future. He's going to pick me up on time. He's always going to be on time. And if you're getting hot and cold behavior, that's because you're not sticking with your new consistent story. You're reverting back. They have no choice to revert back if you do, right?
Right, because there's really no free will just based on what your assumptions are. So I only see small movements from him, and then again he goes far. It's getting it's becoming a long time, and I'm feeling frustrated. So the small movements that you see is simply just a reflection of the small movements of the better thoughts you're having in your mind. So your person's movements will indicate what's going on in your subconscious about them. So if you're feeling that you're getting small movements, that's just because you're not persisting in the assumption that you want enough. So if he's going far, then that means you're persisting in the assumptions more that he's distant from you, as opposed to you persisting more in the assumptions that he wants to be close to you. So I would suggest saying affirmations like, my person loves being around me, they love spending time with me. Whenever they have free time, they always think of me. I would say things like that. And also self-concept affirmations: I'm a priority, I'm always chosen. And do your best to not focus on the time, because focusing on the time would perceive it as it's taking long. You'll perceive it as that because you're focusing on the time. So you can only get more of what you're focused on. So don't get focused on the time, and then you will kind of bend the reality, and he'll show up based on your new assumptions.
Well, yeah. And I think, part of the not getting focused on the time, one way to do that is to be happy and grateful for where you are now. Be happy and grateful that you know him. Be happy and grateful that there's been small movements, and then now they're going to be bigger movements. You know, be happy and grateful you are where you are now, because you did manifest it. So we do need to respect it and appreciate it, because if we resist our current reality and we don't want it, we're just going to get more of it. So because we're focused on it and we're giving it attention and we're giving it energy by not wanting it, by trying to reject it, right? But if we just say, okay, this is what it is, well, you know what, I'm thankful I'm here, because guess what? Hey, if you didn't know him, like you weren't even dating or didn't even get the small manifestations, look how much farther you would have to go. So you've already made some progress. So instead of looking at it like it's failure because you're not where you're at, look at it that it's progress because you're getting to where you want to be, right?
Exactly. I noticed in my own experiences, whenever I made peace with whatever I felt I didn't want to manifest and something showed up in my 3D I didn't like, whenever I made peace with it, I literally seen shifts in days. Sometimes the same day, but in days I get immediate shifts because I've now shifted within. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you get that peace feeling within, that is the same state of you having the things that you want.
Mm-hmm.
So you're automatically gonna just create the reality where everything is going to reflect that back to you. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true. Once you get to that state of feeling at peace with what's in, you're no longer resisting it, right? And now you can change it. You're no longer harboring any sort of negative feelings. You have to let go of all of that, right? And yeah, to be able to change it, right? So if you are manifesting something and you got anxiety or any sort of anger, you're going to have to talk yourself out of the anger and the anxiety, to start shifting that situation. So, yeah, I mean, I personally, and you can adopt this if you want, as I just look at life and I don't take it that seriously. And when something does show up that I don't want, I just laugh, okay? Because it's funny. I created it. Like, it's not a big deal. And then I think, oh my God, it's okay, that showed up. Okay, well, it's going to go away. Like, it's not a big deal. Right? If we make it think it's a big deal, then, we're giving it too much power, right? If you don't want it in your life, don't give it all that power. Giving it all these negative emotions, it's giving it so much power, and you're taking your power away and you're giving it to the thing you don't want, which is making it more powerful, which is okay to react. Like, don't beat yourself up for reacting, but know that at some point, reacting is going to have to stop, and to be okay, with what you've manifested with your current reality, and then, just change it to, something that you do want to see.
exactly. So it's recreate, I don't want to say recreating, but having better changes. What do you say recreate? Or choosing a better version of your person. It really comes from choosing a better version of yourself first, because you have to be a match to the version of things that you want. So coming from a place of feeling like your person doesn't want you doesn't align to the committed relationship that you want with your person. So you just have to mentally put yourself in the reality mentally, because that's how you choose your realities. You mentally put yourself there with the thoughts that you think the most. So no more my SP is getting distant from me nowadays. No, my person loves being with me as much as they can, because I'm worthy, I'm good enough, I'm chosen, I'm always a priority, and people love being around me, especially the people that I'm in romantic relationships with.
Love it. Jerry's going to take a bow. Thank you, he says. That was amazing. Well, thank you so much. I intend that really helps. That subscriber question, guys. Those questions come from our YouTube channel. If you ask a question, our wonderful social media team, they're not all law of assumption trained, so they just pass your question on to the coaches and let you know that they've done so. And then the coaches will answer them possibly in a video. So yeah.
Thank you, Amanda.
Yes. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and being all around amazing people. We intend you all have happy, successful relationships and lots of money and success.
Yep, always. So until next time, guys, see you soon.
Bye.